Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video I'm gonna show you how to build this Netflix UI with React. I will try to make videos of almost 20 minutes each and will add all of them together in a single playlist, so it will be easy for you to navigate through it, and if possible we'll build the backend part too in future, and all of that will be updated in the playlist itself. So all together it will be amazing stuff. So let's get started with it, and I hope you guys will enjoy this. So first thing first, let's make a new folder. I will make it inside my E drive, and let's make a new folder inside my E drive, and name of the folder will be Netflix. Let's make it Netflix clone with React. I'm using camel spacing here, and we'll hit enter. So let's open our Visual Studio Code. I will open here and I will add the project folder here. I will navigate through my E drive and I'll select this folder here, which is Netflix clone with React. I'll select this folder and I will maximize my Visual Studio Code. Okay, let's cancel this welcome one and we are ready to go. So now let's press Ctrl+J for opening our terminal. And for making a React app, the first thing which you're going to write inside our terminal is npx create -react -app and the name of the app. You have to write it like this, which is npx create react app and name of the app, which will be Netflix clone. Make sure the letters should be small inside the name of this React app and hit enter. It's gonna take some time, so I'll skip this part cause I don't think I need to show all this installation and all this shit. So simply let's go to extensions. I will install this extension, which is ES7 Redux React GraphQL React Native Snippets. It is a lifesaver, guys. You need to install this. You need to install this shit, man. So cancel this, and I think it's a happy hacking. We ain't gonna hack, but yeah, we are gonna do some similar stuff. So it's Netflix clone here, and I think it's cool. And inside src, which is source, we got this app.js and app.css. Perfect. So first let's navigate through the Netflix clone folder. Don't add a space here, which is the name of our React app, cd Netflix clone, chain directory Netflix clone. And for starting our development server, we are going to simply write npm start, which is going to run our web development server on Opera, I think, which will be your default browser, whatever is your default browser. So we got this app.js. We're simply going to write RCE, which is going to like add this boilerplate for this RCE, which is React components. Okay. Like we got everything inside this. After cleaning all this app.js, we got this. So we got import React and React component from React. We are going to export this class app, which is extending component with the help of RC. We have done that. And we added curly braces, which is going to render this return. Inside this return, we got this div. This is absolutely easy and it's really amazing. So, and we got this export default app, which is gonna default export this app here, which is app.js. So this was our development server, which is currently black cause we are inside this app.js, which isn't having anything. This app.js is the main shit here. So we got this dependencies in this package.json file here, which is basically installed by default. Got this testing library, we got this React DOM, which is document object model, React scripts and web vitals. This all, and that's installed inside the node modules folder. And let's delete this div. We are gonna write div dot, let's write, also you can add just simply dot and the name of the class. So we added div, class name is app. Okay, so we got this div here with this class name app, which is the name of the file, but a is small here because it is a class name. and this is what we are gonna build. So this, we got this. I will just show you, I'll just make you understand with help of these lines here. So this is the first component. The components are basically pieces which are used to make a app work, you can say in easy words. I'm not gonna go fancy here. So this is the banner here. For top one was the navbar, the middle one is the banner. What the fuck, the FPS is really low. So the top one was navbar, the second one is banner, and the third one here is the slider. As I told you, the main thing is the slider. I have already seen the demonstration, so it's coolest part of this project is the slider right now. If we are gonna add some backend, then that is gonna be the coolest part. Okay, so let's cancel this. I will open my Visual Studio Code, and inside the src we'll make a new file which is navbar.js, which I told you is a component a type of pieces which are used in the app.js to render them, and it is going to have a CSS styling to it, which is navbar.js and navbar.css. And inside the app.js we are going to simply add that component inside app.js with the help of this line of code. Like, we got this navbar.js, that extension is making the work easier. So we got this return again and export default navbar. Navbar is the name of the file, and we are rendering the navbar in app.js. So we got this import navbar from navbar, which is absolutely cool because we are inside the src folder. So let's go to navbar.js and simply add import. We are importing the CSS file here now. So import dot slash navbar.css, which is we are importing the styling file of the navbar component, and we have rendered the navbar component. So importing this navbar.css inside the navbar.js, and we are importing the navbar.js inside the app.js. So it's like a total tree like structure here. And let's go inside navbar.js, and you can simply add .navbar. So it is going to add a div with a class name as navbar, and then should be always small because it's a class name, not a file name or a component name or something else. So hit enter and add a span tag here. Span tag can be used for like keeping the display as inline, so it's really amazing. And we got this image tag inside it, which has image src alternate source set. So the first thing what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paste the source link here, which I have copied. It is basically some Netflix logo here. It's cool, and let's hit enter now, and let's add a span tag again. This span tag is gonna have a text of home. I'm simply gonna paste it here cause I really don't wanna waste your valuable time. So hit enter and just align them properly so your code should look like excellent. And got this home, TV shows, movies, latest, my list and kits. And after that we're gonna add a span tag again. I think let's add span tag here, and let's add some icons here. We are gonna render this icons, and the name of the icon will be search icons. Search icon, not icons. We are gonna render the search icon with the help of the span tag here. And for that we're gonna need a package here, which is npm I material UI -ui /core. Okay, let's add @ here. We're gonna need @2 for accessing this material UI icons. So firstly we're gonna install this material UI core. I think it's fine. Yep, that's cool. So we're installing this material UI. Till then let's add another span tag here. Hit enter and add a span tag. Now we are gonna render another icon here, which is material UI icon. and then another one will be notification icon, and again we are gonna need this starting and the enclosing tags here for rendering a component, or you can say icon here. Again we are gonna add a span tag, and again we are gonna add another icon which is storefront icon, and it should end in the same way. Okay, so right now we can't import anything. Okay, let's install another package here, which is npm material-ui. Okay, let's add hyphen here, UI/icons. So this is gonna install the icons package of the material UI, which is gonna do all the magic stuff here. So let this install, and okay, it's taking a bit of time. It depends always on your network, and I think I need to change my Wi-Fi, bro. It's sucking right now.
10 years later.
Okay, so let's go to a browser and let's see what we are gonna implement. We're gonna implement this slider here, which is actually looking like a Netflix original slider. When you click on this whole block of thing appears on your screen, which is absolutely amazing. I think you have seen 13 Reasons Why. Anna Baker will be so proud of you guys that you're making Netflix and all that shit here. So we got this search icon, and okay, we got search icon, notifications icon, and storefront icon, right? And right now we can't import this. Okay, let's copy and paste, cause I think there's some error or some system errors here, because I'm not getting this while pressing Control plus spacebar. I cannot import them automatically because auto import isn't working. So I'm importing the storefront icon, notification icons from this @material UI icon search, material UI icon storefront, material UI icons notification. It is as simple as it is. I'll try to show you which side we have used for using this material UI icons. So simply go to material UI and click on the first link here, which is a popular UI React framework, and go on to get started and simply search for, okay, look, we installed our material UI code with the help of this line of code with npm, not yarn, npm install and material UI code, and we're going to search for icons here. So click on the second result, which is material UI icons. We install this too, which is npm install material UI icons. We did it already. So another step is just searching for the icons in the search bar while going to material icons or icon, whatever option you choose. I think choose any of them and simply search for whatever icon you want. For example, if you want a cart icon, search for that cart icon, copy this import, you'll get this import settings from there and just paste it inside your code. So I think this much was enough of this reference of this material UI and its icons. So okay, so we got some error here, which search icon is not defined. Let's refresh this. Okay, we got this shit here, which is Netflix is as big as its brand value. So let's go to a Visual Studio Code and okay, let's target the span tags and let's add some styling to a neighbor.css file. So it is gonna look kind of amazing, and let's do this. Firstly, let's delete the span tag, which is some extra shit we have left. Now go to neighbor.css. So this is where all the styling will happen for the neighbor, and everything's gonna look absolutely amazing after this. So I'm just gonna paste it, because obviously styling is easy. We don't need to do every time. The styling margin padding is absolutely 0. We do this every time we write CSS coding, right? So let's select this neighbor tag here. Now hit enter and add a neighbor tag and add curly brace as usual. You know all this shit, right? So add a neighbor tag, and inside this neighbor tag, again I have turned on the autosave. So this is height 80 pixels, width 100%, I did 80 pixels, but I will open my browser window and then I will demonstrate that to you so it will be easier for you to understand. So this is height as 80 pixel. This is not actually the final product, but I'm gonna update it with this 100%, which is gonna occupy the 100% of the screen. It is gonna be responsive. Background color is black color, which is RGB. And it is gonna be linear gradient because it is gonna have opacity of 1 at the top. And it is gonna decrease to 0.7763483 lol. So and color is white, the text color is white. You can obviously imagine that white should always be there on black. That's the principle, guys, we follow. Display is flex, justify content as space around. What it does is it makes our neighbor completely responsive. Padding top is 0.5 rem. You can see there's a gap between the neighbor items and the bottom top bar. That is, I don't know what to say. Position is absolute, and that's it. Just pause the video and write this code. Okay, I think we haven't added a class name to our image, right? Yes, we need to add a class name to our image. Add class and add neighbor double underscore logo here, and let's target this. Neighbor double underscore logo, add a curly brace. I'm gonna paste the, okay, let's write this with this. Enough of this laziness. With this 100% margin top is 2 pixels. Okay, let's add this neighbor dash span. We're targeting each and every span tag inside this neighbor class, which is margin of 5 pixel, transition 0.2 seconds, z index as 12. So this is what we get, which is TV shows, movies, latest, my list skits. I think we got some error here. Let's go to Visual Studio Code and okay, we haven't added this class name here. Make it NAME. Okay, so let's refresh now. Okay, we got this already, and let's go to first tab. We got this Netflix logo here, which is looking absolutely aesthetic, and we got this index.css here. I will try to make this background color as white, which I already added here as black. So you can see this, what we got this neighbor effect here, which is linear gradient. That is 1 at the top and 0.77 at the bottom of the neighbor, and height is 50 pixels. That's it. I think I will keep this video this short, and I will try to see you in the next video with more amazing content, and we'll try to cover this banner and the slider part in a single video if possible. Or if it's gonna extend, we're gonna try to make it a whole playlist of all that shit, so it will be easier for you to implement all this, and everything's gonna be so awesome. And we'll try to cover this backend part too, as I told you earlier in the video. Leaving this video, make sure you smash the subscribe button, bro. Make sure you do this. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye.